and square peg and round hole. Here comes John Cena to crash this party. And for me, you know, dude, the whole segment, I don't want to say that it became atrocious or abominable when Cena came out, but it was a definitive downgrade. Because he comes out and says, you know, they're all going to settle this on Sunday. You know, he came to, you know, talk to the authority. Said, you know, you guys, you wanted me to join you, but now you're just trying to destroy me. And then this is where it just gets so face-palmingly bad.
Can I just say, you know how when Hulk Hogan first came back, what phrase did I use to describe him?
I forget, dude. You're gonna have to tell me.
He had become a caricature of himself.
Yes.
John Cena has become a caricature of himself.
I know, dude.
I mean, for every Hulk Hogan, let me tell you something, brother, and what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you, we have the John Cena, I will never give up, and the champ is here.
Yeah, because he says, and you can't make this stuff up, folks, he tells the authority to keep it up because everything they say and do lights a fire under him like never before. Never before, huh, John? Never before. So the matches with Punk, Orton, hell, even your little feud with Umaga a few years back, you know, Khali, all those challenges. Yeah, never
Edge?
before, right? Edge.
Did Edge not slap Cena's father in the face?
In the face!
In the face!
In the face! And yeah, so all those times before, it's just, it's whatever. It's chump change. This is where John Cena shows up to work. Oh, well, sweet, merciful God. And yeah, and he says, I'm taking that fire to the Rumble, and I'm eliminating Rollins and Lesnar. Well,
it's not an elimination match, first of all.
Yeah, it's not an elimination match. What are you going to do, over the top rope? Douche. Then he declares that the champ is here. You're right.
Not yet.
He's in the ring. Yeah, he's in the ring. But yeah, technically, spatially, he wasn't lying. And he says, I would do anything to get Eric Rowan, Ryback, and Dolph Ziggler's jobs back. Well, then, why didn't you let Edge...
Stephanie McMahon, being the genius that she is, gets that devilish little look in her eye, like, oh, anything, really?
Yeah, all the while I'm asking myself, well, clearly not anything, because you wouldn't afford Edge to become a cripple for their sake. What are you doing? Like, don't lie to me, John. You've already lied to me, like, once before when you brought the authority back, and you said you wouldn't. That hurt me, John. I have feelings. Don't lie to me again. So yeah, you know, he says, you know, the authority, they don't have any fire anymore, and they're just ashes. And then Cena, a light bulb goes off in his head. It's flickering, but it's there. And he's like, man, I just thought of a funny. Can I go for it? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. And he says, hey, in fact, you're all just a bunch of assholes. Ice for the burn. And as Cena's about to go to the back, Stephanie stops him and says, whoa, wait a minute, cut that music. And I love it. She's in control of the music. That's right. Nobody plays John Cena's music unless we say for them to. And he says, you know, you'd say anything, but you're at the turning point in your career, John, because you used to be the guy who always won, but that's not who you are today. She says, the man you are is the guy that lied to every fan when you brought the authority back. Stephanie says Cena can make all the corny jokes, and I really, really want to emphasize corny there. He wants, but they are here because of him. She says he's responsible for the 3 superstars getting fired and losing their livelihoods. Yes, John, because of you, Ziggler is now working at Applebee's. And now Stephanie says nobody wants to cheer Cena or see him win at the Rumble because he's not the man he used to be. And Rollins...
Oh, my God, Stephanie owned his face so hard in this.
She owned him something fierce, okay? And
she might as well have pulled a CM Punk and said you're not funny and nobody likes you.
Yeah, really. And then Rollins pulling an Aaron Cartman because he's everywhere by being, you know, nowhere except, you know, in that
time.
Cartman, calls Cena a loser. Oh, that stings. That stings.
God, I didn't know he inserted himself into the Reigns Big Show feud.
I know, right? Rollins rips on Cena some more, says, tuck your legs between your legs, and then he tail between your legs. But of course, Cena, being the consummate professional that he is.
That's the thing. I hate that people are saying that. I hate that Cena even said that. He didn't say tuck your legs between your legs or tuck your leg between. He just said tuck your leg or tuck your tail between your legs. He corrected himself before he finished saying it the first time.
Because Rollins is just that clutch. But of course, Cena can't let him have it.
Yeah, Cena can't let that go. Are you kidding me? That's an opportunity to make fun of somebody and get some crappy jokes.
Oh, well, hey, I don't know what it means, tuck your legs between your legs. Shut up!
Feels good to say that, like, doesn't it?
It really does. It's therapeutic. It's dare I say, cathartic. Yeah, I really am. But he says he pretty much agrees with Lesnar that Rollins got an ass beating coming. Which, why are you agreeing with the guy that handed you your ass at SummerSlam and would have done it again at Night of Champions, regardless of what any commentators want to say? Cena, he says, look, I'm willing to go anywhere. And then Rollins says, well, hey, you should take yourself out of the match at the Royal Rumble and walk away. And Cena pokes fun at Rollins there. And he says, when I win, you don't have to like me, but you damn sure will have to respect me. No,
really, yeah. Nobody wants to do that, John.
Don't you ever tell me what to do again, you little bitch.
Stop censoring people.
That's my line.
This is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. This is supposed to be anti-oppression, you whore.
What a skank. But Cena proposes that if he wins at the Rumble, the Authority must give Ryback, Ziggler, and Rowan their jobs back. But Triple H, I love it here because everything he does, from the social media campaign last week to the bargaining tonight, the Authority just does not give a crap. Triple H tells Cena, well, hey, bud, we gave you a chance last week to do it, and yeah, you kind of failed.
He's really good at doing that lately.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's slowly becoming my new favorite jobber. If only I could legitimately put stock in that term for John Cena. Triple H says Cena needs to put something on the line in return. Hey, you wanna stop us? You got to put something up. And Triple H proposes that if Cena wins his match tonight, then Ryback, Ziggler, and Rowan, they'll get their jobs back. But if he doesn't, he's out of the title match. And after all this bravado, all this machismo, Cena's got this look on his face like, whoa, let's not get crazy.
Take it easy. Let's not push it.
Yeah, I mean, what about negotiation? I think you just destroyed the line right there.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of already proved that Edge's career was worth more to me than those three jobbers. What do you think about mine?
Nobody's above me. Nobody. Cena doesn't look so sure about that offer because, Ashton, when you've won the world title 15 times, you just gotta do it again.
To the point that he actually gave up a title shot because Ryback was there. Was that Ryback or was that Zack Ryder?
It was both. It was both because he did it once for Ryback and he did it once for Zack Ryder. But when it comes to three men and their jobs, not championship opportunities, but jobs, that's when you show hesitation. Eat a bag of dicks. So, yeah, I mean, there you go. And he looks unsure, but then he goes, Stephanie prompts it by asking if you're really willing to do it or if you're all talk, which I think Cena pretty much just answered that question with his body language. But then before Cena can, offer a retort, Triple H cuts him off and he says, I'm leaving the decision up to the fans. The 15.7 million that have already downloaded the WWE app because the tutorial works.
Yeah, I love that there's 15.7 million people with the app, considering there are only about 4.5 million that watch Raw every week. If you do a little math there, apparently the WWE has 3.5 million times as many people with the app as they have watching their main show.
That math you just did? Scott Steiner just shed a tear. I want you to know that. You made me so proud of you,
Scott Steiner. I'm not even joking. I listened to an hour and a half worth of Scott Steiner stories today. So that's...
I gotta do it. I gotta get on. Take your clothes off. I'm working off. Just never never gets old. So yeah, Cole actually shows us, takes us through the process because so much is on the line that everybody needs to know.
Yeah, and the
Everybody and
worst
their
part
mother.
here is that he's doing it with a frickin' the Google Play Store, which is something that you can only get if you have an Android or I believe a BlackBerry. But in general, the people that would need help downloading something like this are the people with the iPhones.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, I'm not trying to be like some kind of ridiculous like anti-Mac intellectualist or anything stupid like that, but in general, the people that buy the products are the people who don't know any better.
Right. Yeah. And then Cole's definitely appealing to that market, let me tell you. So yeah, he shows us all how to
But
vote.
he's not telling people how to download it off of the iTunes store, which is what you would get it on if you had an iPhone.
Right.